All right. UFC Iowa, and man, it is an honor. It is an honor to be sitting next to the hometown boy, Jeremy Stephens, and he's rolling deep this week. He said, this isn't my team, this is family with me this week. So it's a homecoming, it's a family event, and it's pretty fucking cool to be sitting here and talking about this, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know what Iowa stands for?
What is it?
I'd whoop your ass.
Don't whoop my ass.
No, we fight around here, bro. A bunch of beer drinking goons, bro. Anybody acts up, you get punched in the fucking mouth. You want to step outside, keep going, or just shut the fuck up? So, Iowa, you know, you guys deserve this. It's been a long time coming. You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to talk about that because I think I got the stat here, and I think the last event here was, oh my God. Last time it was here was 25 years ago.
Not in Des Moines, though, was it?
I don't think it was in Des Moines.
It's never been done in Des Moines.
But the last time it was in Iowa, some names on the card: Jens Pulver, Ian Freeman, Kevin Randleman, Matt Hughes, Pat Miletich.
Oh, wow.
They all fought on the last card that was in Iowa.
Oh.
Now it comes back, and Jeremy Stephens gets to add his name to that list. That sounds pretty cool, right?
Sounds awesome, dude. You know, to be amongst them guys, Randleman. You know, I had a dinner with that cat many years ago, and I told him a funny story. Him and his wife. No, I won't repeat it, but to be amongst them names, and Pat Miletich. You know, he gave me a gym to go to. Josh Neer, I followed him up there. I wish they were still here. You know, I'd be saving a lot of tax money compared to living out in San Diego. But, you know, I really wish that they did have like a gym here. This is the heart that pumps this nation right here in Des Moines. But it's not here. You know, everybody'd rather live in Florida and in California. Like, I get it, but it's an honor to be amongst them names.
And there was a fight that I wanted to talk about as well, right? Because I think, man, was it Dean Thomas you fought back in the day, right? You fought Dean Thomas, and you're still fighting. You know what I mean? Like, You're still here. Dean Thomas is on commentary. I think there was cards where Chris Lieben fought on as well. Chris Lieben's now a referee and a judge. Like, what is that like when you see things like that? Going like, hey, man, I'm still out here. I'm still dogging it out in the cage, and these guys have moved on. You know, they've got careers, but it's outside of the cage. But I'm the only motherfucker left that's still fighting.
Absolutely. I credit that like the movie The Sandlot, you know, the photo and all the boys are together, you know, and then like people are just fading away, even friends. Dominic Cruz, you know, my boy Miles, he's doing great, dude. He's killing it, life outside of UFC. But everybody's kind of faded away and it's pulled back. You know, it's made me kind of question myself. But, you know, if you watch that movie, in the end, he's the one who made it, the Jet, you know, and went on to go doing big things. I've turned delusions into reality. I felt like I was left for dead down at like the ring well, pushed down there, bro. I've had to crawl my way back, fight, bare knuckle, break fucking jaws to get this opportunity. Now I'm removed the concrete lid and I'm crawling out and I get all my fucking weapons back. And, you know, on Saturday, May 3rd here in Des Moines, Iowa, I'm going to wreak havoc on a motherfucker.
That's crazy. I mean, you're getting me fired up just listening to it right now. But talk to me about that, because you've said in the past, you said, man, I've had people that have been with me my whole life. They didn't call me when I got knocked out. You know what I mean? And it put me in a real low place in my lifetime. And then, like you said, you're crawling out and you're slowly making your way back up. A lot of people don't understand the hardships that go through an MMA career and the mental health aspects of things. And I saw in another interview you said, man, I was introduced to somebody that helped me with, you know, my mental health, and it saved my life at one point. So when you think about the lows and the dark points, how bad did it really get, and how good does it feel to be sitting here at the highest of highs right now?
Man, losses make bosses, bro. I've been broke, borrowing money. I lost a baby. Friends turned against me. You know, like, everybody's hitting me up right now on social media. None of them motherfuckers ever reached out to me. You know, everybody's hitting me up on social media that ain't really like my close friend or really knows me. They all left me for dead. You know, and they forgot one thing about Jeremy Stephens is that I've been fighting my whole life. I was never built with a silver spoon or anything, bro. I was built with pain, fists, and you know, I never given up on myself. It's even been darker than that. I've had to endure a long fucking road, people kind of, you know, like, damn, I've had a great career in UFC. I have one of the nastiest fucking highlight tapes, you know, that's not on steroids. You know, I've never been on steroids. So you put my highlight tape up against Anderson Silva's, this and that, bro. I mean, I rank up there, you know, with one of the nastiest in the games. I had a hell of a career, but I never given up. I believed in my delusions. You know, I wanted to make this happen. There was a lot more fight going on in me. You know, I was doing a lot of inner work. Even when 2018, when I 19, when I got hurt by Aldo with that body shot, you know, I was thinking about suicide. You know, I was thinking about giving up. You know, I was having a hard time just kind of keeping it together at home. You know, I had kids. I was just dealing with a lot of like fucking mental things. I had kids growing up. You know, when they're like 8, 9 years old, I was thinking about man. I was in a shelter, parents divorced, and that was a real fucking like almost like a breaking point, but. You know, I was doing the inner work, and then even friends around me were like, man, you know, this inner work, you sound like fucking pussy, you know, like what the fuck, like you're not even winning in fights, you know, like I think you're getting soft, you know, people doubting me, counting me out. And that wasn't it. It was just, you know, I'm fighting fucking tough competition day in, day out, you know, coming off losses, having to fight Gamrot, you know, who's a young, hungry stud. And I was just like, damn. It didn't play out, and I had an opportunity to go do some boxing, some bare knuckle. And in that time, bro, like, you know, leaving UFC, I had like a chip on my shoulder, and I was like, you know what, man, my boy Anthony Johnson, rest in peace. You know, he made his way, he did it, and that kind of gave me light. And again, that's like a dark place to go there because I really miss that cat. And you know, I had to crawl, scrape, you know, and dig and break motherfucker's jaw to get this opportunity, you know. And I'm gonna say I'm proud of me for never giving up. You know, just everybody doubted me, counted me out. Now everybody wants to be my friend. Now everybody wants to jump on when the shit's tight. But you see them people over there? Those are the only ones that matter, and the ones that are in my household that are on their way here to Des Moines, Iowa. You know, the true ones that were actually there with me when I was truly down. And now that I've known that, my stoic mastery, you know, I know who's really there and I know who's not. So I'm really selfish with my time.
BK, like you went to a promotion and they specifically bet against you. Like you get that phone call and how, like, it was almost disrespectful. You know what I mean?
At the
like
press conference, Feldman, oh, you're going up against the Philly crowd. Well, the Philly crowd ain't gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? And that dude who runs Philly gave me all the answers to the fucking secret to go in there and bust up Philly's balls about the shit. You know, everybody doubted me, counted me out, pussy Piper. I'm like, bro, you can't even hold my jockstrap. Let's see where you're at 34 fights, 35 fights. Go outside of UFC. Do what I've done, bro. Like you don't even hold. You can't even speak on my fucking name. Like, you know. And then I even seen him and Sean Brady right next to my manager. They didn't say shit when we were face to face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, I don't take it personal. We're out here, we're selling a fight. But, like, for real, though, like, you haven't done what I've done in the UFC at all. So it's like, I don't even speak on that shit, bro. Like, I'm real. I'm raw. I'm authentic. I'm from the fucking 515, bro. The Des Moines, Iowa, you throw a bullseye. It's the heart that pumps this nation. Ain't nobody got more heart than me, bro. I've been doing it.
And that's what I always respect about you, because no matter what, there's a lot of people that when the cameras turn off, they're a different person. Cameras are on or off, Jeremy Stephens is Jeremy Stephens. You know what I mean? The guy that was just in there in the media room, the guy that's sitting next to me, as soon as that camera turns off, I'm getting the same attitude. I'm getting the same answers. And I love that about you.
Thank you. You know, in those dark times, you know, one thing I could say, you know, and I hope my friends and family can speak on the same thing, bro, is broke, doubted, counted out through the struggle, bro. I never changed. You know, I always, like, was just a good dude. You know, I feel like I never broke character in them times. I never robbed or stole anything from anybody. You know, I've earned every step of the way, bro. I've really earned it, and I don't think I'm doing business unusual around here, bro. I feel like Lucky Luciano changing the game. I've been saying it for a little bit. You know, there's only 3 people to break the matrix in UFC. That's Conor McGregor, John Jones, and you're looking at him.
I was just about to ask you to cut a final promo, but the man just said there's only 3 people that are breaking the matrix: John Jones, Conor McGregor, and Jeremy Stephens. I think that's the perfect way to end it, brother. I'm going to stand up for this because I appreciate your time. This is a legend of the sport right here.
Brother. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Good luck this
Thank you,
weekend,
man.
brother.
Yeah, God bless. Enjoy the show, man.